The oldest rivalry in the professional era of Singapore football returns to our Tampines Hub. Two clubs that have been part of the league since its inception, coming together once again right at the start of a brand new season. PG Tampines Rovers against Geylang International. This is the Eastern Derby. We are moments away from the second of three fixtures taking place this weekend in the Singapore Premier League. We had our first game of the season yesterday as Albirex Niigata drew 2-2 with Balestier Khalsa at Jurong East Stadium. We will have another match tomorrow here at our Tampines Hub as well between the Lion City Sailors and Hougang United. Our focus is on this huge derby between BG Tampines and Geylang International. A chance for one of these two sides to take the early lead on the standings with maximum points tonight. Let's hear from the coaches of both sides, with Akbar Nawas of BG Tampines up first, followed by Muhammad Noor Ali of Geylang International.
Hi Akbar, opening day at the SPL and already a blockbuster matchup against Geylang. The fans are absolutely buzzing. How excited are you to kick off your campaign proper?
Well, definitely the excitement is there from the players, from myself, from the staff, and everyone connected with the management. But then again, today is going to be a tough game. We had two good games which we won, but that doesn't give any importance for the game today, because this match today will actually bring us to another level in terms of where we want to be.
And speaking of those two games won, that gives you an important thing called momentum. How do you plan to use that in this traditionally feisty matchup?
Yeah, momentum is the word, right? I hope that momentum carries us through today. That's what we'll be looking for. But then again, it's going to be a tough match, because not only us that wants the 3 points to start the season on a good note, Geylang will want that 3 points for themselves. So it's up for grabs today.
Yeah, and you have beefed up your squad, but they have also beefed up their squad with quality foreigners. What do you foresee the biggest challenge here tonight?
Well, they have been together for quite a while. They are foreigners also, and the three of, I think for Balestier also came to Geylang. So they are well connected. They know each other very well. So that's why I said the foreigners being here and there for the last few years and their players being together, it's going to be a very tough game. So we really have to be up for it to play this game today.
Hi Noor Ali, big one to kick the season off. Welcome back. How was pre-season preparations? Productive?
I think pre-season was good. We went to Vietnam, had 2 games. We played against JDT. So we only had 3 pre-season games, and after that we start preparing for this game.
And just talk us through your goals and expectations for your squad this season.
I mean, we just started we have not even started the league, so it's very hard to expect anything from this team at this moment, because I think, like I said, you have seen last 2 games. Anything can happen in the league with the new addition of the 7 foreigners. I think it has shown that a lot of quality, the quality of the game has been better. So, I mean, it's too early to say anything about the team goals and targets. Let's see how it goes after the first round. Yeah.
And I'm sure you've seen what Tampines can do, but you've also got proven talent as well in the squad. What's the game plan for tonight, and what do you make of your chances coming out as King of the East?
I mean, Tampines has done well the last 2 games. It's something that you could go into your first game playing against Tampines, who has won 2 games, got 7 goals, concede 2. I think they definitely morale are high in the team, and they're definitely looking towards into the Eastern Derby. I think for us, we have to be a bit cautious, because our first game, and we must be very careful with the certain players that they have, especially like Kazama, like Trent, and even the Japanese striker Hide. So they have quality foreigners this season. I think a different setup than what Gavin has done the last few seasons. Definitely we have prepared, but again, like I say, it's the first game of the season. We must be very, very cautious. Yeah.
Well, great hearing from 2 top Singaporean coaches, Muhammad Noor Ali and Akbar Nawas. 2 top Singaporean coaches in charge of some top Singapore clubs in PG Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. Thank you for joining us on our coverage. I'm Rish Roshan Rai, and with me in the commentary position tonight is a former player and coach in the league, Shasi Kumar. Shasi, you played for Geylang in the early years of the league. How about this for a fixture? Eastern Derby, right at the start of the season. There's no easing in, is there?
I'm very excited for this one. I think arguably the match of the week, match week 1. This is the Eastern Derby, obviously, and usually this fixture gets a little bit spicy in terms of the coaches as well, in terms of the players as well, and it's bragging rights. The Eastern Derby, you want to get 3 points, yes, but it's also bragging rights for the fans, and it looks like they've come out here at the OTH.
really good crowd out here at our Tampines Hub, waiting the arrivals of the teams. Geylang International in their brand new outfits. BG Tampines for them as well. Almost a return to the classic yellow and black jerseys that we've seen from BG Tampines in the earlier years of this competition. From the coaches earlier, they seemed very excited. The prospect of getting out there. It's been a long break. They've had their pre-season done, and now they're into competitive action. And what's exciting about this as well, Shasi, is we're going to see a number of new players making an appearance for their respective sides.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw, what, 13 foreign players last night with the Belster game, and today as well we're going to see a whole host of new ones. We say new ones. Geylang have gone for familiar players in their ranks. As for BG Tampines, we've seen it already from the Community Shield as well as the Shopee Cup, and I tell you what, they've got some great foreign players in there.
Yeah, more on that once this match gets underway. The hugely experienced Momataki is the referee for this fixture. The 38-year-old has more than 300 matches under his belt as a referee in Singapore football. He has also refereed across the continent in Asian Football Confederation matches and in competitions like the Chinese Super League, Indian Super League and the Indonesian Super League. Pretty fitting for a super referee. These are the VARs, Abhirami Naidu, and the assistant VAR, Muhammad Shafiq Jufri. Momataki, by the way, will be assisted by Andy Tan, Lim Si Seng, and the fourth official, Farhad Mohammad. On very nice pink tops. And no issues with the coin toss for this fixture. Momataki, a proper professional with that, with all the experience that he has. No first day nerves. The two captains, Osho Pereira and Shazwan Buhari. All smiles, but I don't think that's going to last for very long. So this is what we have for the starting lineups, beginning with the home side. The BG Tampines have made 4 changes from their midweek outing in the ASEAN Club Championship. Irfan Najib comes into the team at right back with Singapore international Glenn Quay and new signings Koya Kazama and Trent Bahajia all getting starts in this fixture as BG Tampines return to domestic action. Options aplenty for them on the bench as well, with players like Joel Chew, Jacob Mahler, Taufik Suparno and Saifullah Akbar among the players available on the bench if required. It's a good squad that they have at BG Tampines. Akbar Nawaz back in his second spell at BG Tampines as their head coach. His first was in 2016. He was formerly with Balestier Khalsa as well in the 2022 campaign as their head coach. This is Geylang International's first 11 for their season opener. 6 debutants for the club tonight with new signings Nazrul Nazari, Nikola Inyatovic, Kaisei Ogawa, Shoda Yokoyama, Riku Fukashiro and Shuhei Hoshino all making their first competitive appearance for the Eagles. Shuhei Hoshino is going to have some big boots to fill as the replacement for Tomoyuki Doi, who scored 50 goals in all competitions for Geylang last season. He will have Vincent Bezuko, Ryoya Taniguchi and Riku Fukashiro in support to help carry the attacking burden. Sharan Sulaiman, a veteran of Singapore football, is there available on the bench as other likes of Tajeli Salamat and Gareth Lowe. Plenty of young players in the squad for Geylang International as well. Match number 179 for Nur Ali as head coach of the club over 2 spells. This is his 7th season as their head coach since returning to the club for the start of the 2019 campaign. Doesn't have a great record against BG Tampines, just 4 wins in his last 26 matches against them. This is also the 5th time that the coaches, Noali and Akbar Nawaz, will be coming up against each other, and they both have 2 wins. So just about ready to get underway here at our Tampines Hub. A relayed playing surface, hosting the return of the Eastern Derby. And here we go at our Tampines Hub. It's Geylang International who get us underway, playing in the green, going from right to left on your screens, up against BG Tampines Rovers. And the yellow and black going from left to right, an Eastern Derby on match day 1 of the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season. I hope this is going to be a good one. Here is Ignjatovic. Looking for an early ball over the top of that BG Tampines defense for Ryoya Taniguchi, who's got the number 9 on his back. And Shuhei Hoshino, who is the number 9 in terms of his position up front, has got the number 4 on his jersey. That's Bezecourt, the number 10 for Geylang International. What a player Vincent Bezecourt has been for the club.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think the club has taken care of him as well when he was down with the ACL. So, you know, and he has really repaid them with some very, very good performances last season as well. And he stayed on with the club for another year.
Yamashita, along with Dylan Fox in central defense for BG Tampines. Dylan Fox, player who has been retained by the club, along with Yamashita. Strong presence at the back, Yushuya Yamashita, and someone who continues to grow and develop with BG Tampines. There's Joshua Pereira. So starting in central defense alongside Ignjatovic. He's very versatile, Joshua Pereira. Played right back in central midfield as well if required. There's one for Riku Fukashiro to chase. A very exciting talent is Riku Fukashiro. And on that note, Shasi, you spoke about the fact that Geylang have gone for players who are familiar with the competition.
Yeah, and yeah, I spoke to Ali on the preview, and yeah, he said that this was done on purpose. He wanted players who are familiar, who's been there in the league, who's played the league, so you don't need to, you know, acclimatize or adapt to the situation, the culture, and things like that. So if you look at all the foreign players, they are all familiar, except for the number 15, the centre back.
Here's Trent Bahajia, who's had a strong start to his career with BG Tampines. Reflected into the area by Kazama, just over the head of Hide Higashikawa. All players who have already gotten on the score sheet for BG Tampines. They've had a great start.
Yeah.
A 4-1 win against the Lion City Sailors in the Community Shield. They went into the ASEAN Club Championship away from home against Cebu of the Philippines and picked up a 3-1 win there.
Yeah, and then I spoke about the foreigners being really, really good. I love the number 88, Koya Kazama, in the middle of the park, but just behind Higashikawa, who has got pace to burn, Higashikawa. And the number 7, Sega Sumi, who sits in the middle, brings you a little bit of steel together with Shah Shahiran in the middle. And Yoshimoto as well. He's a very, very busy left back. He overlaps. And, don't mind the tackle as well.
Well, it's almost as if they needed that replacement on that left-hand side for Zlatkovic, who was so involved getting forward and also could play in different positions for BG Tampines last season.
Yeah, but I think he's a different kind of player from Zlatkovic. Zlatkovic, as you said, he loves playing in that central role when they are in possession. Yoshimoto doesn't really do that. He's really an out-and-out left-back, left-winger kind of player.
Good to note as well, this was something we spoke about yesterday in the opening match that we did, Albrechts against Balestier. We spoke about the age profile of the foreign players coming into the league, and they were all at really good ages. Still with years ahead of them to contribute. Even Trent Bahajia is still just 27.
Exactly, and out of the foreigners, I think Kazama is the most experienced. He's 32 years old.
He was thinking about blowing the whistle, was Taki. It looks like it's going to go out for a corner. Sega Sumi, who was there with the interception, the 23-year-old.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit unlucky, Sega Sumi. Yeah, there was a little bit of a pull by Taniguchi.
I was talking about Trent Bahajia, still at 27. It's because I remember watching him years ago. It feels like he's been around for a long time when he was playing in the A-League in Australia. And what a talent he was back then. I would have expected him to be playing in the Singapore Premier League, but here we go. That's the wonder of this game.
Exactly, and the way he's hit the ground running as well. Scored very early on in that Community Shield. Has a finish on him, so You've got really players who can hurt you. That's what you want from your squad, players who can contribute in terms of goals as well, not only your main striker.
It's Bahajia. They are going to have to keep a close watch on Trent Bahajia. Starts out on that left-hand side. He's got pace to burn and does like to make those diagonal runs in behind. Capable of playing some good passes from deeper positions as well.
Exactly, and the way BG are playing this season already, they are not going to dwell too much on in terms of possession at the back, too much of ball possession. They can go direct as well, and that is very, very important with Bahajia in there and Higa Shikawa. The ball is played behind the defense. I don't think anyone's going to catch him.
Shake. Miss kick from Shake Hamza. Glenn Quay is there to take it away from him. Bezakor. As Bahajia working hard from left to right, switching positions with Glenn Quay for the moment. Shah having to get used to a new partner in central midfield. No more Kyoga Nakamura. Now it's Sega Sumi. Different profile of player. Here's Fox. Yoshimoto. Irfan Najib. Bahajia. Strong defensive play from Shake Hamza.
Yeah, using all his experience, using his body just to put himself in a position where he takes a knock, he's going to go down.
Year-old Singapore international Shake Hamza. He's another who's been around in the league for a very long time. Capable of getting goals as well. Bezakor. He's got an incredible engine, the number 10 for Geylang International. Gets up and down the pitch. Gets goals, creates chances, as does Ryoya Taniguchi. But Bezakor is also very handy to have in a defensive sense. Doesn't shirk his responsibilities when it comes to tracking back for his side. Yoshimoto. There's Kaisei Ogawa. Had a very solid season with the Young Lions, Ogawa. Prior to joining Geylang, former Albrechts Niigata player is Kaisei Ogawa. Midfield controller. He was a little bit annoyed with Nikola Njatovic, just he wanted it early. Eventually he does get it, but he's closed down.
Yeah, one player we haven't really spoken about is Nazrul Nazari, who's playing at right back from Hougang. And I've got to say, they've got a really settled defensive lineup there. Very experienced right back, left back.
Well, you're right to speak of experience, Shasi. You got Shake Hamza, 32 years of age, Singapore international with 67 caps for the country on the left side of defence. Then you got 34-year-old Nazrul Nazari, another Singapore international, a wealth of experience, formerly with Hougang.
And don't forget, they've also got Tajeli, who's 31, who's also experienced, who can play at right back, centre back as well. So, yeah, pretty solid squad actually. Shadan Sulaiman in there as well.
The ball is switched out to Glenn Quay. Takes the first touch away from Shakir Hamza. Two 27-year-olds in the center of that defense for Geylang, Joshua Pereira and Nikola Ignjatovic. As Yoshimoto with the cross into the area, just over the head of Higashikawa.
Well, that was not a bad ball at all. Just slightly high for Higashikawa there. That's what he can do. The left back Yoshimoto doesn't need any invitation.
Loves to get forward. Takeshi Yoshimoto, 23-year-old. See Bahaja just drift in field. That leaves the spaces out wide for Yoshimoto to progress into. There's an injury here for Geylang. Shuhei Oshino.
Yeah, I think he went up for a header. He's asking for a foul.
Well, were you sort of intrigued by the fact that they lost Tomoyuki Doi, who was such a great goal scorer for them, and they brought in Shuhei Oshino, whose goal-scoring numbers have just taken a bit of a dip?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised that Doi left because, you know, obviously after scoring all those goals, you have his suitors, but that was a surprise for me. Hoshino coming in from Albrechts, and to be fair to Hoshino, he didn't really play much as well last season. He came off from the bench sometimes, and he started the game at times as well. So a little bit surprised, but No Ali again was alluding to the fact that they are never going to get someone who's going to score those goals again, ever. And they're playing 21 games as well this season, lesser games. So he's just seemed to opt for someone who's familiar, who knows the scene, and probably go and play a different way. You know, Shino obviously big and strong, wants it to play to him, to his feet maybe, and then lay it off. So a different kind of football maybe. Only time will tell whether that will be successful.
Glenn Quay taking a knock from Shakir Hamza. Shasi, by the way, has done a great job speaking to all the coaches in the Singapore Premier League ahead of this season on his podcast, the Silver Fox Hustle, in collaboration with the Singapore Premier League. You can go ahead and listen to that one. I'm assuming it's available everywhere. So shot comes in just wide. On all their usual platforms.
That was from some way off Segasumi. And he only had one thing on his mind there. And he had a touch there, Rudy. Maybe he did. The bounce just troubling him a little bit, just scrambling to his right. Probably got a fingertip to it.
It didn't really look like there was much danger when he hit that. So Segasumi didn't look like he had pace on it. And still he's been able to win a corner. Needed a save from Rudy Kairola. Corner to defend. Corner defended well by Pereira. Shot came back in. Green shirts in the way. Yoshimoto.
Good delivery into the box there from the corner. Just to deal with it right away, Geylang. I think the referee is stopping this. Hints of handball, maybe.
So there is a check in progress for a possible handball. Didn't quite see it in real time, to be honest. And I guess neither did the officials out there on the pitch. But it's something that the VAR appears to have spotted, so they're just having a closer look at that.
Nervous look by Yokoyama as well, but play will continue.
Yamashita. There's Fox. Yoshimoto.
Nazrul. Very reliable. Exactly what he was doing, just push the ball a little bit further away from Kazama. Fights the challenge.
It's 32-year-old Koya Kazama. Along with Shazwan Buhari, the oldest players in this starting 11 for BG Tampines. And then you have Dylan Fox at 31. Oldest player out on that pitch overall is Nazrul Nazari at 34. Pereira. Zinyatovic. Nazrul. Bahagia steps in. Nazrul steps back in himself on Koya Kazama.
Yeah, lost the ball there for a bit, but he does well to play it off Kazama. It's a throw-in, which he will take.
That's Hoshino. Gonna try and pass it to himself. Never really gonna have the pace to get on the end of that one, Hoshino. But he does lead the press. BG Tampines will be quite happy to invite that press from Geylang as they try and play around them. Sega Sumi was on loan from a J1 club, Fagiano Okayama. Formerly with Meiji University, and came through as a young player with Grampus, Nagoya Grampus under 18s. Zinyatovic gets to that ahead of Bahagia, prevents a throw. Yoshimoto. He's another on loan from J3 club, Ryukyu Okinawa. Sumi. That's been pretty much all BG Tampines. First 18 minutes of this match.
Yeah, all 11 players in their own pitch, Geylang International.
Glenn Quay has the speed to get past Shaki Hamza, but Pereira was there on the cover.
Yeah, good play from the skipper, just coming across. As well to get there. Needed to get there.
A chance for BG Tampines again. Might have just scuffed this effort. Hide Higashikawa. Save it near post by Rudy Kairola.
Yeah, that's a good move actually. The touch from Glenn for Higashikawa. He just toe poked it. Rudy Kairola does well to get something on it. There was the ball, a no-look pass. Good first touch actually, and had to take it quickly.
I think he just went for the toe poke.
Yeah.
Higashikawa didn't get a clean enough contact on that effort. Couple of opportunities for the home side. Higashikawa, another 23-year-old, also on loan from Tochigi City. Kazama doesn't release quickly enough. Taniguchi. Flag has gone up for offside.
Yeah, that's the case. A delayed one. First time for a moment you thought that Taniguchi 1-1 situation with Irfan Najib. I don't think he was offside there. Just take a look at Dylan Fox's position. Not a good call from the assistant referee.
I do wonder if there's going to be any interest with Ryo Taniguchi in terms of potentially the prospect of naturalization coming into it with a player like him, because he has been producing the goods at this level for a while now, scoring lots of goals, picking up a good number of assists, and still just 25 years of age, Ryo Taniguchi, although he will be 26 in a few days.
It's a good point. Taniguchi, wherever he's been at, he's really produced the goods. Even at Balestier a couple of years ago.
First came to Singapore football with Albrecht Niigata in 2020. That was his first campaign. He's been around since then. For Balestier and with Geylang last season as well. Taniguchi with 14 goals and 18 assists in 31 Singapore Premier League appearances for Geylang last season. In total, in the SPL, since he's come in, this is match number 117 for him. He scored 61 goals and he has collected 44 assists. Hoshino is fouled, nudge in the back.
Very intelligent ball that was played by Nazrul infield, and then Hoshino does well there. It's a combination of Segasumi and Yamashita brings him down. Potentially a very good position here. Taniguchi, the only player there on the ball.
Well, if you just look at the top of your screen, you'll see a section of, should we call them supporters watching on?
Yeah, we shall call them supporters, and we haven't even seen the ones in the library.
That's right. There's Taniguchi, he'll be stepping up to take this, looking for his 62nd goal in Singapore football. Wayward effort from Ryoya Taniguchi.
Yeah, he wanted to go for the curler into the top corner. Shake of the head there. He got it all wrong. Yeah, better angle to see, definitely way off.
Yeah, you can normally get some great seats at the library overlooking the pitch.
Conditioned as well.
Yeah. I'm just checking the opening hours. Up till 9 p.m. There you go. So you still see, just look at the top of your screen there.
Yep.
A few people watching on. Here's Higashikawa. Good ball into Bahagia. What an effort. Off the post from that angle. Good try.
Yeah, from that effort, you know that he is a danger. He knows what he's doing, and that was a good ball, good run. Oh, what a wonderful cross that was. A superb cross. Very unlucky indeed. Oh, yeah, from that angle. Superb move from BG Tampines.
Though I think if you are going to come down to our Tampines Hub to watch a match, pay for a ticket, come in and support the team, support the league that way. And speaking of a number of changes across the Singapore Premier League, we spoke about the number of foreigners allowed. We've spoken about the number of teams, the rounds to be played, the matches to be played. Right. And there you go, watching on. Let's hope they can get some tickets next time. You're comfortably seated at our Tampines Hub. But just going back to the changes, also now we have a Singapore Premier League website and you can get tickets. From that website. There's a lovely link as well to purchase tickets from.
Just moments ago, just seeing Norali on the bench, just his players, he's just pointing it forward, so you can only guess that he wants them to play it forward quickly. A little bit of urgency.
Not a bad idea, that ball looking for Bahagia over the top. Nazrul read it early. There is Shora Yokoyama, formerly of Hougang, formerly of Albirex. Shah. Good ball in. Sumi. Quick touches. Was he fouled? No, says the referee. I've just lost his footing himself, lost his balance. That's well defended by Shuya Yamashita. That's excellent from Yamashita. So he'll bring it back for that foul on Yamashita, hit by Shuhei Hoshino.
Yeah, I just wanted to play the advantage. Taki does well there, they just to bring it back because see clearly fouled by Hoshino. As soon as Glenn had given the ball away. Good defending from Yamashita, very strong. Good battle against Hoshino.
There's Glenn Quay. Sumi. Kazama. Back to Koya Kazama. A working opening on this right side. Fox and Yoshimoto. Bahagia. Pretty well marshalled early on by Nazrul Nazari, who's got the pace as well,
yeah,
to match those runs of Trent Bahagia. Back with Glenn Quay. Lovely reverse pass in there. Well, miscommunication between Kazama and Higashikawa.
Yeah, for a moment I thought the ball was for Higashikawa, and then he just stopped a little bit, and then the ball had gone too close to the goalkeeper. Good idea from Glenn.
Bezuko. Have a pass down the line for Taniguchi. Not many green shirts in the area.
I think the ball was intended for Bezuko, but Sega Asumi does his job there in the middle of the park. Sweeping up, anticipating that pass, that cut back.
Really good atmosphere here at our Tampines Hub as well. Active support, which is great to see, wonderful to hear. That's very much appreciated by the players as well. Bezuko.
Yeah, good closing down there from Kazama. I don't think Bezuko had the call.
Akbar Nawas encouraging his side to step up and press. The hugely experienced coach, Akbar Nawas. Has been a head coach in India, Philippines and Thailand. Here comes Geylang. Going to cause an issue for BG Tampines. Sega Sumi tracking back, concedes a corner.
Yeah, Nazrul was apologizing for that cutback, but to be fair, it's only Taniguchi at the far post. So he had no choice but to put it back, looking for Shino. It arrived late into the penalty area.
Two corners for the away side.
Jatovic could be a handful here.
It's not a great delivery from Bezuko. Normally a lot better than that, a lot more reliable. There's not been too much going on for Geylang in an attacking sense. Spell of possession for them here. Ogawa chips it out to Nazrul. He's making Bahagia work defensively. Fox heads it away.
Not a bad ball there, I've got to say, from Nazrul Nazari. Just puts one in. Well defended. Now you can feel that they're slowly getting into the game now.
Ignjatovic. Good switch across to Taniguchi. Up against Irfan Taniguchi. When I did a ball into the box. Gawa closes down, takes it away from Shah, wins the free kick in a good position for Geylang.
Oh, that was great play from Mogawa there. Quick feed going past Shah Shahiran. No choice but to bring him down. Just lost it for a moment. There you go, brilliant stuff. Shah knew exactly what he was doing there. Just right in front of Taki.
So a couple of options here for Geylang in terms of delivery. Bezukor with his left boot is one. Taniguchi with his right is the other. And he had one effort earlier, Taniguchi, that went wide. So I wonder if Bezukor is going to say, well, this one is mine. Have a look at the setup, the wall here. 3 players in there for BG Tampines.
A lovely position.
It is Bezukor. The outside off the wall, and Shazwan had to be alert to it, made a good save.
Yeah, tried to beat him at the near post. Don't exactly know whether it would be going in or not. Shazwan didn't want to take the risk here, giving the goalkeeper the eyes and probably just go out wide.
Yokoyama with the corner, easy for Shazwan.
Too close to the goalkeeper that time. Yasuo played that one. Segasumi looking for the overlapping Yoshimoto. Apologizes for that vicious ball.
Pereira. There's Nazrul. Shota Yokoyama. He's good on the dribble. Finds Shakir. 2 in the box to aim for. Shazwan, who goes for it again.
Well, again, not a bad move. Shazwan stays down. Shakir probably the cross a little bit too high, but good idea. Yokoyama with a good ball in. Got to it first, Shazwan. I don't think there's anything wrong.
But not much in that challenge.
Yeah.
Just a cross from Shakir that spent too much time in the air. Easy for goalkeepers in those situations. Comfortable for Shazwan Bahari, another Singapore international in this side. That's gone from halfway. Could be a wonder goal. Just wide, not to be.
The idea was brilliant. Execution maybe not so, but Yamashita, they're struggling to get to it, and then knew exactly what he was doing there. Shazwan off his line.
It was worth an effort from Shuhei Oshino.
Yeah, of course.
Struggled to create much of note, but that could have been the opening goal for Geylang. Instead, it's the home side back in possession. Shah. Irfan. There's Glenn. Loose pass from Glenn Quay. Right into the middle. Riku Fukashiro. We haven't really seen him have a chance to get going in possession. Turned over by Geylang. PG Tampines can break. But look who's there once more.
Nazrul has been brilliant at right back so far. Stuck in now to central midfield.
Combination of Nazrul and Shora Yokoyama doing enough to take it away from Trent Bahajia.
Both former Hougang players.
Fukashiro. That's Fukashiro with a cutback inside. Was there a handball from Fox? Taniguchi with the effort. Bezakor again. Had to be palmed over by Shazwan. Now this is going to be interesting.
This was great play down this left-hand side from Fukashiro. First time coming into life. That's what you want from him, but it did look like it hit someone's hand there. Yeah. Fox.
Looked to be Fox. And then Bezakor with that effort straight down the middle. You expect Shazwan to save those, but Fukashiro, we were speaking about how he wasn't really involved. I wonder if it might just have been his chest.
Yeah.
Difficult to tell from that angle, though.
Yeah, it happened so fast as well. This definitely will have to be slowed down. See where the ball hit his hands or his chest there. And for the first time, Fukashiro, in action, really down the flank, and that's what Nurali would want him to do. 1v1 situations, take your players on, because he has that ability to do that.
Here's another look at this.
Yeah, goes past Irfan, cut back. From there, it did look like it hits his hand.
Taniguchi is convinced it came off the arm. So big call. Switch of position of Riku Fukashiro very quickly, making an impact. That's the kind of quality that he has, Riku Fukashiro. Tricky on the ball, nice and direct. It's a big problem for defenders to deal with. So it looks like after all of that, it's going to be a corner. So no penalty. It's been confirmed. They should take some encouragement from that, Geylang. Here's Bezakor. Tidy turn from Geylang's number 10.
Yeah, good play. Probably needed someone to put on the ball and slow things down a little bit now. Seen signs of Geylang just coming back into the game in the past 10 minutes or so.
Shakir. Bezakor. Had the vision to see the run of Fukashiro, wanted it. Just overhit that diagonal.
Yeah, just couldn't bring it down. This was the incident just before with Dylan Fox. Well, important thing is it's not a penalty. Again, from that replays, it's tough to say.
Segasumi. Left that pass a little bit too short for Shuhei Yamashita to scramble to get it away. Here come Geylang Ignatovic. Again, lovely diagonal into Taniguchi. Taniguchi with the curler. Fox there with the header. Eventually gets helped out. Geylang starting to get into this one now.
Yeah, he was so smart. Taniguchi just used the play in front of him as a screen and tried to curl into the far post. And, traffic in front of him then.
Shora Yokoyama. That was well read by Shasha Iran. He saw that coming a mile away. Shakir on his right foot as well. Shakir Hamza.
Yeah, that time it was good closing down from Taniguchi, just getting into the way of PG player.
Shakir Hamza, formerly with BG Tampines as well. Was with them for a couple of seasons. Joined the club after his time with the Lions 12. So former Young Lions and Home United player Shakir. Also played some of his club football in Malaysia with Kedah and Perak. Joined Geylang from Tanjung Pagar. Kazama. Shah onto Bahajia. Gives it to Nazrul. Well, they've really made it tough for Trent Bahajia to get into the game. It's how compact and organized they've been defensively.
Yeah, I think so. Probably that's the brief from Nohali, just trying to make it as tight as possible, especially with players like Bahajia and Higashikawa as well. Just closing down the spaces they operate in. Kazama as well, the number 88.
Well, it hasn't been the liveliest or the spiciest of Eastern derbies that we've seen.
Yeah, it's been cagey, a really cagey first half, especially from Geylang, especially in that first 20-25 minutes or so, just sitting back deep, and even now giving away too much.
Fox gets it back from Shah. 50-50 in terms of the possession. That's interesting. The eye test says doesn't look like that's accurate, but we'll go with the official numbers. Irfan. But it's really interesting from a tactical perspective as well, how these coaches look to try and change things up for the second half. Imagine for Geylang, from a defensive point of view, it's been going pretty well. They've been able to keep their shape. Yes, they've conceded a couple of chances. Rudy has been called into action to make those saves, but otherwise, not really been troubled too much. They're probably just looking at trying to tweak a few things in an attacking sense for both these sides.
Yeah, and I don't think it's really tactical in terms of how they put their players in positions. I just think that it's about the attitude and the urgency, probably, because probably Noali has told his players to just sit back and relax, not too much, not give anything away. So if they want to change things, it's in the behavior of the players.
It's Quay. Sumi. Mashita onto Fox. Shah. A lovely play from BG Tampines. Ogawa takes the hit from Bahajia. It's been that sort of first half for Trent Bahajia.
Yeah, I was surprised that Yoshimoto didn't take a shot just before this, after great work from Shah Shahiran. He just left it for Bahajia, and good work there from Ogawa.
Gets a boot into the shin. Those will be painful. Multi-international Trent Bahajia, formerly with the Sydney FC.
Just wanted to check whether he had his shin pads on, the normal ones. I mean, see, very, very tiny ones nowadays.
Here's Bezakor. Around the corner for Taniguchi. Shake. First time cross looking for Hoshino. Only finds the head of Bahajia. It's cleared from his penalty area by Glenn Quay. Ogawa, he still looks to be struggling a little bit. Shake goes inside to Taniguchi. And Sega Sumi putting the pressure on. Ogawa still limping around. Well, half time was coming up shortly. Trying to get him in there. See if can get him all right for the second 45. Ogawa. Bezakor, Taniguchi, that's a great first touch. Into the box, still with Taniguchi. He's won a corner.
That's great overall play. First by Bezakor, just touched the ball, and his first touch was superb. And to be fair to him, there's no other options, and the support was a little bit too late in coming from Fukashiro there. You see it on top of the picture, so he decided to go for it.
We get a better delivery this time. Shota Yokoyama with the outswinger. Sega Sumi with the header, down to Bezakor. Shot was charged down by Bahajia. Nazrul, not quite sure what that was, but it comes back down again, and it will be a throw-in to Geylang. Whatever it was, it worked.
Yoshimoto couldn't handle that ball from Nazrul.
That's Ogawa, he's limping across. Tell you what, Ogawa might need a massage. Able to turn. Shota Yokoyama. Blast that well over.
Yeah, it's wobbling in front of him, and again, he's getting under the ball.
Well, that should be it for this first half, and it is. BG Tampines Rovers have seen a lot of the ball. They've had a couple of opportunities. They've tested Rudy Kairola. Geylang took some time to get into it, but Bezakor has also had an effort saved by Shazwan. It was a penalty shout for a possible handball from Dylan Fox. Penalty wasn't awarded. So not too much in the way of clear-cut opportunities for both these sides in that first 45 here at our Tampines Hub. Some work to do for the coaches to try and change things in the locker rooms at half-time. It's BG Tampines Rovers 0, Geylang International 0. Welcome back to our Tampines Hub. It's halftime in the Eastern Derby between BG Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. No goals yet, but some highlights to get through. We've had chances for both these sides, so let's take a look at what they were able to produce in the first 45 minutes of action, beginning with this effort in the 14th minute from Sega Sumi, with his shot from range, needing a touch from Rudy Kairola to put it wide.
Yeah, Sega Sumi, the central midfielder, shot from a long way out, travelled some distance before Rudy Kairola just scrambled across and got a fingertip to it.
And the 24th minute, Sega Sumi with that pass from deep in behind for Higashikawa, who sets up Trent Bahagia for that effort. Tight angle, and he was only able to find the post.
Just going direct this time. What a ball that was from Sega Sumi onto the path of Higashikawa. And a very good ball in. And Hajia there from that angle. Thought it was a great effort.
And the 32nd minute, Bezakor from the free kick. But on the outside of that wall, it was saved by Shazwan.
Yeah, Bezakor going for goal instead of putting it into the penalty area. Shazwan had it covered.
And in the 38th minute, just 6 minutes after that effort from Bezakor, talking point from that first half, Fukashiro, whose impact was limited, was able to create a chance for Taniguchi, and his effort came off the chest of Dylan Fox. It was checked. The on-field decision was corner. It was checked by the VAR, and no penalty was awarded.
There was good play from Fukashiro, the number 7 down this left-hand side, the former Malaysia player, and he does so well there to go past Irfan Najib, and he's cut back. And Dylan Fox with the block.
There's another look at this. A shot from Taniguchi comes in. Oh, it's a tough one. I mean, I'm looking at that thinking it might just have been his chest. Or maybe chest and then arm. Anyway, the call was no penalty. No real complaints from Geylang, to be fair, after that as well. Taniguchi with this effort and the 2nd minute of time added on.
Yeah, most of the danger for Geylang coming down this left-hand side. Ryo Taniguchi this time round. He does well there. Just take a look at the middle. 1, 2, 3, 6 PG players against Geylang's 1.
So look at some of the numbers. Wow, 7 attempts from Geylang International. That's interesting. And a possession as well. 51 for Geylang International. I mean, pretty fascinating. That's what we've apparently seen in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe after the last, or maybe after the first 30 minutes or so, Geylang just took over a little bit. But yeah, I think both teams need to up the urgency, the tempo as well. Intensity hasn't been that great. More to do in the second half.
So more to do in attack for both these sides in the second 45. So we have a look at match week 1, and what is left after this Eastern Derby is a fixture between the defending champions Lan City Sailors and Hougang United, also here at our Tampines Hub. Kickoff at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. Well, we'll go for another break, and when we come back, we will have the second half between BG Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. Welcome back to our Tampines Hub. Just ahead of the second half, Eastern Derby on match day 1 of the 2025-26 Singapore Premier League season between BG Tampines Rovers and Geylang International. A couple of chances on target for both these sides in the first 45. No goals just yet. Good crowd out here at our Tampines Hub. There's been some strong vocal support for both these teams, which I'm sure the players will appreciate. Just hoping that they get a bit more entertainment in terms of goal-mouth action and the tempo of the play overall. Shasi, what were your impressions of the first half?
Very cagey, especially for Geylang. When they started the game, I thought BG Tampines had loads of possession without really troubling the Geylang defense. But in a way, it was because Geylang were sitting pretty deep, were very organized, and probably singled out those very important players or dangerous players like Buajia, Higashikawa, Kazama as well. So they kind of snuffed the danger out. But in that sense, going forwards as well, need to show a little bit more urgency both sides.
Well, Shasi, you were working on the Community Shield match between Land City Sailors and BG Tampines. What have you noticed, or have you noticed any differences from their performance in that fixture as opposed to this one?
I think it was the other way around. Against Land City Sailors, they set deep BG Tampines and then caught Land City Sailors on the break. So probably they might want to do that against Geylang. You never know, because they've got pace to burn. Buajia, Higashikawa, and they've got Kazama to provide the assist. So probably they could do that in the second half. We don't know, but we do know that they can play a different way, BG Tampines, from past years, where there's loads of possession, very patient build-up, but they can't go very direct now with the pace that they've got up top.
Well, I'm hearing that no changes in personnel at the break. And I guess unless there was an injury, you wouldn't really be looking to change too much in terms of the players that you have out there. From a coach's perspective, it's good to see that Kaisei Ogawa is going to be okay to continue in this second half. He took quite a heavy knock towards the end of that first from Trent Bahajia. He was limping around, but he went into the break. I'm sure they got some ice on that, got some treatment. Bezakor will be looking to make an impact in this second half as well in the attack. There could be a few more opportunities for Geylang down the left-hand side. We've seen Irfan Najib have a couple of issues with Taniguchi and Fukashiro, and they've gotten out to that side of the pitch. Here's Kaisei Ogawa, he's back on. Still kind of hobbled on to the pitch, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, you do know it's the bone, you know, the contact with the bone is always going to be so painful there. I think he's trying to explain to
yeah, shake of the head.
There. Yeah.
Still in some kind of pain is Kaisei Ogawa. We'll keep an eye on that one, see how much of an impact it has on his performance in this second half. Ignjatovic has been impressive as well, especially with his diagonal passes out from deep.
He's a typical centre-back, you know, no nonsense, and he's got that range of passes as well. That's what Noali wanted. He wanted a little bit of aggression at the back, and he's got it in the number 15, Ignjatovic.
Serbian central defender Nikola Ignjatovic. He's joined Geylang from Smederevo, 1924. He's played in Greece as well. He spent most of his career in his home country. Here we go, second half underway. And it is BG Tampines. Well, kickoff for this second half, going from right to left on your screens in the yellow and black up against Geylang International in the all green, going from left to right. There's Fox, Yoshimoto. Bahajia into Kazama. It's fired straight into Fukashiro from Nazrul Nazari. Bahajia. Had to be a heavy touch, but Kazama was there to pick it up. For BG Tampines, Irfan Najib out to Glenn Quay. Sega Sumi on the turn. Glenn Quay. Sit in looking for Bahagia, and Nazrul there once more. He's kept Trent Bahagia on lock as Nazrul Nazari.
Exactly, and it's positioning as well. If you're a right back or left back playing out wide, you need to get your positioning right. That's what he did there. He knew exactly the position of Bahagia just behind him. Go to the header first.
So Njatovic just had a little bit of an issue, but he's okay. Oh, nice touch. And from Yoshimoto into Kazama. It's Nazrul once more, the experience. He just gets himself into some really good positions.
Yeah, 1v1 against Kazama. Double team again. It's a funny one. He'll take it.
Irfan. Well, he put Fox under a bit of pressure. Dylan Fox wasn't happy with that pass into him. It's Fukashiro trying to close in on Dylan Fox. Had to get rid quickly. Back to his goalkeeper, and he's having a few words with Irfan Najib. Yamashita out to Irfan. Down the line for Glenn Quay. Shakir on his back. Yamashita. On the inside, it's a good run from outside in by Yoshimoto. Was he fouled? No, says the referee. That's Ogawa. Taniguchi gets it back from Ogawa. Taking some contact to his face from Higashikawa was Taniguchi. Pereira, Shakir.
Nicely done from the right back Irfan Najib, who's made that right back position his own for BG. Competition from Amirul Adli as well in that. Can play in a couple of positions.
That's Fox. Yamashita. Cut out by Ogawa. Hoshino decides to go back again instead of on the turn to play forward. They'll rebuild. Plays a little bit further forward in attack. That's Njatovic again looking for a big sweeping diagonal just behind Taniguchi. Njatovic, who hails from a Serbian town called Smederevska Palanka. Small town in that country, which apparently has a humid subtropical climate. So perhaps these conditions won't be too difficult for him to get adjusted to.
Yes.
In this part of the world.
It's a very good point. Judging from the way he's played, he's totally adjusted to the way and the weather as well.
And that town of Smederevska Palanka holds the Serbian national record for the highest temperature ever recorded. 44.9 degrees Celsius. Goodness me.
Well, he's fine here.
Here's Fox. Yoshimoto. Kazama also seems to just be finding it difficult to really get into this contest. Koya Kazama. Some of his touches have been loose. Not being able to make a real impact. Here's Fukashiro. Nazrol. Inside to Hoshino. Bezuko. Shura Yokoyama.
He just couldn't get the curl on the ball there. He was out of touch.
Yoshimoto. Well, it's incredibly sloppy, this start to the second half from both teams.
Yeah, it's really an understatement. It's really been poor in the second half.
There's Sumi. Yoshimoto. That's better. Well, slightly better. Higashikawa with the header. Wide. Well wide.
Yeah, just got the timing all wrong. Good ball in. Played by Yoshimoto, the left back. Just clipped it forward. Good under the ball.
BG Tampines, 5-time champions of the Singapore Premier League. The first title coming in 2004. They went back-to-back. Another title in 2005. As Shura Yokoyama brings it forward for Geylang. Here's Taniguchi. Getting some more help for Irfan Najib down that side. Did have a couple of problems in the first half, so Sega Sumi has obviously been told to come across and help him out. Pereira, won back well by Fukashiro. Shura Yokoyama. Taniguchi. Ogawa. Back to Pereira. Ignjatovic. Clever touch from Nazrol. Out to Fukashiro. That's the speed of Bahaja tracking back.
Very good ball in that was played by Nazrul. Very intelligent. Bahaja there. Just great work defensively to get back, track his runner.
Well, it has been 12 years since PG Tampines last won the title, 2013. Actually went 3 in a row, 2011, 2012, 2013, as Shaki Hamza picks up a yellow card.
Yeah, late challenge. Glenn, unlucky. Given the yellow card.
First booking of this match. Changes across the league. Plenty of changes for BG Tampines. Change in chairman, Shungo Sakamoto taking over from Desmond Ong. Change in coaching team as well. Akbar Nawaz taking over from Kevin Lee. He's now in charge of the Singapore international side. Here's Glenn Quay. Inside. Zama. Given away.
Almost trying to play that perfect pass to a teammate, and that move, he was crying out for a cross into the penalty area from that wide right position. Ball didn't come at all.
Shah. Shah. Kazama. And there's no way through. Geylang International defensively very compact. Solid and organized. Well, it's a very much early days in the campaign, Shasi, so perhaps this team's just feeling each other out, players getting into the rhythm of things in the league. Bahagia with the header. Oh, it's off the post again from Trent Bahagia. He's had 2 efforts now that have come off the frame of the goal.
And it's simple, isn't it? You don't have to find that perfect ball into the penalty area, cross the ball in. And that's what Irfan Najib did. And Bahagia there, he does so well in that time to get the better of Nazrul Nazari. He's at the tallest of players. Look at the leap, wonderful leap. Hits the post.
Well, even that seemed to happen in slow motion a little bit. Well, not the replay. I mean, in real time when he actually hit it against the post. So 2 options here for the delivery. Comes off Shakir, hit it back in, off the crossbar this time from Higashikawa. Bezuko is asking for a change.
Well, that can't be good news. Did he pull a muscle or anything like that?
Not good for Geylang. This Bezuko is signal for the change.
Yeah, I think he's pulled something. There you go. He's gone down. It's not good news for Geylang.
Shota Yokoyama. He thought about putting it out so Bezuko could receive treatment. He's been fouled. Here's another look at this chance for Higashikawa.
It's a good header back initially from Segasumi. And then that header from striker hits the bar. You don't exactly know when. Bezuko got injured.
Well, Shadan is getting ready to come on for Vincent Bezuko. They wanted to make the change, and is Bezuko going to carry on with it? Well, I think he's been stretchered off. Oh, he's left the field, Bezuko. So referee has said, you know, if you're not ready to make the change, we'll continue with the play. No, he's still there. There he is, Vincent Bezuko.
He's limping. No way he's going to get to this or play on.
Well, what was that about? Here's Bahagia. Space on the far side for BG Tampines. Glenn Quay. Higashikawa. He's wide, and he's sent wide by Ignjatovic. Segasumi. Forced to slow it down again.
Well, shouldn't the player stay down?
Kazama. Here's Segasumi. The referee has finally decided to take action and blow the whistle. Bezuko is down. He stayed down. Maybe he was thinking, it looks like it's his calf, and maybe he was thinking about trying to play on, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's a muscle injury. No way you're going to carry on. Not bad at all. Sharan Sulaiman from not having a club to play, just thinking of retiring. He's now back in the fold.
27-year-old Sharan Sulaiman.
Back in the heart of midfield.
Oh, it's a good ball in to Kazama. Dangerous cross. But Nazrul well positioned to put that out.
Well positioned and had to get the right contact as well. He could have easily gone into the net there from that cross.
It was Kazama with that drive across the face of goal. Lots of experience. Here's that move from BG Tampines again.
Oh, very good ball in from Sumi. Nigashikawa just couldn't get a toe to it.
Kazama, who's on the books of Kawasaki Frontale for a couple of seasons. Early years of his career. Here he is again, Kazama. Mikoyama couldn't get enough on that attempt at a clearance. Shot came back in from Sega Sumi. No problems for Geylang defensively in the end.
Yeah, ball slightly behind him when he took that shot. Taniguchi wanted a foul just initially in the penalty area, just struggling to get the ball out of play. Good header away initially, and then from here, Taniguchi just went down. Irfan Najib was climbing over him. There goes on.
There's Glenn Quay. Just took a bit of an awkward bounce off the turf. Allowed Pereira to put it out for a throw. Bit of a mess on that far side. Eventually cleaned up by Kazama. Sega Sumi turns away from two defenders. Does well to win a free kick.
Yeah, I think Taki tried to play the advantage. A little bit of pulling on Sega Sumi. Who's steadily becoming quite an influence on this game. There you go, the pulling, or the pull from Sharon Sulaiman.
Looking like a calf injury for Vincent Bezecourt. He's receiving some treatment on the bench. And the hope is that he's not going to be out for too long. Did have a serious knee injury when he was at Geylang a couple of years ago. Kazama with the ball into the area. He mistimes his header. Irfan. It was unmarked. What a chance.
What a chance and what a ball from Kazama. Just drills this one in. He just curls it in. Oh, just got his timing all wrong. He was unmarked as well. Irfan Najib. Beautiful ball.
Kazama has a brother who also plays professionally, Koki Kazama. Plays in Japan for Tespa Gunma. Bahajia.
BG Tampines just putting a little bit more pressure on Geylang's build-up. Joshua Pereira just trying to play the ball out, good defending.
Shah. Scoop it into Bahajia, but Ignjatovic is always going to be favourite to that. Shah. That's Kazama. Trying to up the tempo, keep the pressure on the opposition. Shah, lovely ball into Bahajia. Save from Rudy. Delightful pass from Shah Shahiran with the outside of the boot. Curls one in. It's another great ball into the box from the BG Tampines number 8. Flag has gone up for offside.
Well, Rudy, it wasn't to know. He does so well to come off his line. Very brave indeed. But you're right about Shah Shahiran there. A couple of seconds, he's just produced 2 great passes. The first one, outside of his right boot. Look at this one, brilliantly done. Could he have just centered this one? Probably could have. And then, yeah, he was just offside.
Fukashiro up against Irfan. Shadan reverses it into Hoshino. That will be a corner.
He'll settle for a corner there after being under pressure for a bit. Geylang.
Well, now Fox is down with an injury. He's clutching his groin.
Yeah. Gets up, don't exactly know whether he wants treatment, but this was the turn from Hoshino. Yeah, the block in.
Well, he went down earlier as well, close to the halfway line. They're looking to do a bit of adjusting of his own. Shake hits it back down, hook clear. Might have been a foul, but play continues. The advantage, Glenn Quay, that's been left by Higashikawa. Yoshimoto, Buhagia, Nazrul is there once more for Geylang International.
Yeah, brilliant defending again from the right back, but from back to front. PG Tampines going forward quickly. Glenn does well here, just a toe pocket pass. Pereira, I think, and then going past another player. Good work. Too wide from here, but still needed to be defended. Does well there, Nazrul.
Ball's played in. Ignjatovic with the header. That's a strong challenge from Trent Buhagia. It's a clean one as well.
Yeah, needed to get it right as well. He's got so much pace. Buhagia. Fair bit of defending. That's a great tackle.
Shadan. That's a kind of thing he's capable of. Just didn't have too much space to work with, did Fukashiro.
Yeah,
so there's going to be a change here as well, Chassis. Sorry, with well, 2 changes actually. Glenn Quay is going to be coming off, and they're not going to take any chances with Dylan Fox. He's also going to be replaced. Amirul Atli will be coming on for Fox, and Taufik Suparno will be coming on for Glenn Quay.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to take any risk with Fox, obviously with so many games coming up, and good choice there. Amirul perfect fit at centre back, and Taufik for Glenn. Taufik started that game last week.
Segasumi is comfortable in possession. The BG Tampines number 7. Well, look at where Yoshimoto is. He's become a central midfielder in this passage of play. Shah, Yoshimoto, Buhagia, a bit of space to work with. Yoshimoto, great cross. Good defending from Joshua Pereira. Sumi. It's Glenn Quay. Pass was behind Buhagia. Fox went sliding in. Well, it looks to be okay. But we're still hearing that he's going to be coming off unless they've changed their minds about it. It looks like they have. So just the one change for now. Taufik Suparno on for Glenn Quay.
It did look like he didn't want to come off as well.
Yeah. So just the one change. So he's decided that he's fit enough to continue. Dylan Fox. Signal to the bench. Sumi. Nazro. Goes around Koya Kazama pretty comfortably.
Yeah, he's been really solid this evening. Nazro Nazari, defensively sound, very experienced, as we said at the beginning of the match.
Ogawa. Clever pass. Just lifted over the top for Hoshino. Is isolated up against Shuya Yamashita. Hoshino.
Yeah, that's been the problem for Geylang all evening. Whenever Hoshino has the ball, the support has been really slow in coming. Hasn't shown that urgency to get forward.
Shadan. Taniguchi. Touched out wide to Shake. Taniguchi gets it again. Shake has made the run on the underlap. Ogawa will drive one into the box. Fukashiro with the header. Shah with the clearance. Mijatovic. Ogawa can take it on the turn. Taniguchi. A little bit of a grimace on the face of Taniguchi. Probably not injury related. Yokoyama. Oh, that was calmly done by Pereira. Very nicely done by Joshua Pereira. Breaks the press. Good work down the left. Shake into Taniguchi. He's got Hoshino in the box. Fukashiro on the far side of the area as well. Yamashita. Well, did a good job to take it off. Taniguchi is giving it away. Shadan with the effort. Shah with the block. Shora Yokoyama. Again with Shora Yokoyama.
Looked promising there for Geylang. Well done on the left-hand side. Just thought that Taniguchi probably held on to the ball a little bit too long there. Yokoyama, in the end, had 2 bites at it.
Shah. Bahajia. Had a spell with Brescia in Italy, a short spell with them. Kazama. It's Shakir. Well, Geylang haven't beaten BG Tampines since the 22nd of July 2023. That was a 3-2 win for Geylang on that occasion. In fact, there's been just one win for Geylang in their last 14 meetings with the BG Tampines in all competitions. BG with the 7 victories in that time. And it's also been a while since Geylang have actually finished ahead of their eastern rivals in the league table. Have to go all the way back to 2003. That was just the year before BG Tampines picked up their first league title. Geylang International with 2 league titles themselves. On the first ever title in the S League. All the way back in 1996. It's incredible how far this league has come 30 years later. This is the 30th season. Singapore's only professional sports league. And Banawas looking for that winner. Don't know if he'll be too satisfied with the point. Shadan with the delivery. In and out for a corner by Irfan.
Yeah, I think both sets of defenses have been really, really good tonight. From set pieces, from open play as well. Individually and as a collective, I think they've done so well, both sides.
Well, there's plenty of excitement around this fixture, especially with the return of BG Tampines to their home. Hasn't quite delivered that excitement on the pitch, but the fans out here at our Tampines Hub have been fantastic. You can still hear them in the background, creating good atmosphere. There's Shadan. You're right to say Shadan Sulaiman he released a public statement on his social media platforms, saying that he still felt he had something to contribute to the game, and eventually was picked up by Geylang International. It'll be fascinating to see how he gets on for the rest of the season. Segasumi, first time pass out to Irfan. He's got some space to push into. Here's Fox. Bahagia. Ignjatovic. He's been fantastic. Nikola Ignjatovic. Here's Fox. Yamashita. Irfan. Good ball in from deep. Taufik Suparno with the header. Ignjatovic is now gone down with an injury.
Second good ball that's been played from that right-hand side from Irfan. Sometimes you just do wonder why can't they do that more often, because it's danger. He's got very good deliveries as well. And Taufik, don't exactly know what happened there with Ignjatovic.
It's another mistimed header. Ignjatovic, is he feeling? Oh, wow, that's not a good sign. I wonder if he was just pointing to his Achilles there, and saying that he might have felt like a pull or a snap. That is not good if that is the case.
I don't exactly know whether there was a challenge on Taufik. I don't think so, because Taufik, that was a free header. So in terms of his movement,
Couple of other players receiving treatment as well in this break. Well, he'll be hoping that, yeah, he's going to have to make a change. Gnjatovic is not going to be able to continue.
Probably is his calf, maybe his right calf. We just don't exactly know the extent of the injury here. We've got Tajeli Slaman, who can come in and play as a centre-back as well.
Got another defender there in Ko Chae-hyun.
Yeah.
23-year-old Korean who can be an option as well for Geylang. But you're just hoping that this isn't something serious.
Yeah. So early on as well. It's the first game of the season. And he's played very well as well.
Yeah, he has had a solid outing. Gnjatovic. That's Taniguchi. So it looks like it's Tajeli who's going to be coming on for Geylang. In place of Gnjatovic, a yellow card for Taufik Suparno.
Yeah, this is for blatant challenge. There you go, Taufik. Just stop the momentum, exactly what he was doing.
Just the second yellow card of this contest. That's Tajeli. Former Balestier, Lion City Sailors player, Tajeli Salamat.
And I think Shake has gone at centre-back. Tajeli goes at right-back.
Formerly with Hougang as well, Tajeli, 31-year-old.
Nazrul will play at left-back now.
Bahagia. Soshino. Closed down quickly by Segasumi and Nishio Yamashita. Free kick taken quickly. Sumi. Shah. Yamashita. Overcooks that pass into Kazama. Shora Yokoyama. Sprints away from Kazama. Gives Taufik some work to do to track back. Shora Yokoyama is going to retreat as well. Pereira. Tajeli. Decent shape, but nobody attacking the cross in a green shirt. It's Yoshimoto into Fox, Segasumi. Safe pass. Back to Shazwan. Find a way out on the right. It's Taufik. Closing stages of this contest. Plenty of time for one more opportunity, and perhaps even a few more. Looked like it could have opened up for Higashikawa here.
Yeah, it's a very good ball actually. It's just surely it's handball if it had gone in.
Shakir. Shah. That's Yoshimoto. Bahagia. Switch up in that back line for Geylang as well. Nazrul has moved over to left back. Tajeli at right back. So Nazrul, who's kept Bahagia quiet all evening, now has to go onto the other side of that back line. Tajeli against Bahagia, although Bahagia is in a central position. Still can't find a way past Nazrul, even though he switched sides. Kazama. Here's Bahagia, he stayed out there. Nazrul attempts to block on the cross. Oh, there's a foul in the box.
There, a push on Tajeli, the substitute. Bahagia down that right-hand side this time. Tajeli does well.
19 fouls, 12 for the home side. That's Taniguchi. Tajeli. Pretty good ball from Fukashiro to Taniguchi. Chipped in. Yamashita with the important header away. Shah gets back to help clear. Fox does clear. Legal challenge on Shota Yokoyama.
Yokoyama caught there by Kazama.
So clumsy from Koya Kazama. Shakir. Shadan. On to Shota Yokoyama. Well, we had some great games between these two sides last season. There was a 4-all, a 2-all, then a couple of wins for BG Tampines. Still could get a late winner. Shota Yokoyama. Yokoyama with the effort drags it just wide.
Yeah, he does well to win the ball initially. Went forward with the ball there. That was the challenge on Sega Sumi. Goes past Yoshimoto as well. Yeah, just slipped the ball in for Shino. Very, very strong. Low center of gravity. Just drag the ball wide.
So just hearing that we will have a minimum of 3 minutes to be added on. Segasumi. It's enough contact on the chest to find Shah Shahiran. Here's Fox. Kazama. There's Fox. Irfan. Segasumi. It's been that sort of game. Nothing really happening in attack for both these sides.
Yeah, exactly. Shah Shahiran there just drilled the ball at Kazama, probably in his hands as well. It's going to be a free kick for Geylang. Just played in the first minute of the tree. Just looks like both sides will probably settle for the point.
halfway through the minimum of 3 minutes to be played. There's Irfan getting in front of Taniguchi. Joshua Pereira has also been so strong defensively.
Very good, Joshua Pereira.
Hoshino. Fukashiro, capable of magic. It's Fukashiro that has taken a touch of Yoshimoto. Corner for Geylang.
Well, he's been outstanding as well, Yoshimoto at left back. I think defensively he's been very good. You can see there, 1v1 against Fukashiro. Very tricky customer, but he's done well. Just going back to Joshua Pereira as well. He's had an outstanding game at centre-back. The skipper.
Shadan with the delivery. It's another corner. Header from Fox. It's a painful one for Fox. It looked like Shadan just landed on top of him. It goes down.
I think it's the contact, the header. Somebody's head. I think the jelly, I think.
He's in quite a bit of pain. And one of his teammates, Yoshimoto, is saying that there needs to be a change. No reaction from Agba on the bench.
Reaction from the players as well. The message is pretty confusing. One's a cross and the other one is a... Okay, I think.
Shadan with the delivery. Easily headed away. Higashikawa sends it upfield. Fukashiro goes back. Rudy Kairola with the clearance, and that is it. No goals in this Eastern Derby, the first one of the season. Well, this is safe to say not going to go down as an Eastern Derby classic. Fox has gone down clutching his head. He's in need of some treatment, some serious pain. They've had some impressive performances from the defenders on both sides, but just not enough in attack from these teams.
Yeah, I think both sets of defenses just cancel each other out, and that is probably one of the men of the match, Nazrul Nazari. But in the end, it was pretty disappointing in terms of the attacking aspects of the game. They needed a little bit more urgency and intensity.
So it is another draw in the Singapore Premier League. We had one draw yesterday between Albrechts and Balestier. That one produced 4 goals. This one, no goals. And a point each. Finishes here at our Tampines Hub. BG Tampines Rovers 0, Geylang International 0. Let's have a look at the highlights. Sega Sumi with the first effort, needing a save from Rudy Kairola. This was in the first half.
Yeah, ambitious effort from Sega Sumi, who I thought was one of the better performers in the match. From long range, from long way out, made Rudy scramble.
That was in the 14th minute. Here in the 24th, Sega Sumi with the ball in to Hide Higashikawa, who found Bahaja on the far side of the area. And his effort coming off the post.
Yeah, lovely ball from Sega Sumi, and cross was superb as well. And Bahaja just getting there on the stretch.
First effort for Geylang, of note, from Fonso Bezecourt. Forcing a save from Shazwan.
Going for a near post curler instead of putting it into the box, and he had to scramble as well, probably going out wide as well from Bezecourt's effort.
That was in the 32nd minute of the match, and just 6 minutes after that, a talking point from that first half, a handball shout, an appeal for a penalty. Taniguchi with the effort. It looked like it might have just come off the chest of Fox before perhaps hitting his arm, but it was chest first. VAR had a close look at it, and they agreed with the on-field decision.
Yeah, really good work from the number 7, Sugashiro. 1v1 situations is always going to be dangerous. At that time against Irfan Najib. In the end, Shazwan had to make a save from the effort.
Bezalcourt with the effort as well from the just outside the area. Here's a closer look at that. Into the second half, Trent Bahaja with his header coming off the post. So he's had 2 efforts off the frame of the goal.
Yeah, very close this time. Good ball in from Irfan Najib, just stands it up. He got the better of Nazrul. Post saving Geylang that time.
And then, in the 89th minute, Shota Yokoyama, after taking this off Sega Sumi, with a good run, unleashing a shot just outside the box, dragging it wide.
He does well initially to win the ball. And, good driving run. In the end, he just drags the ball out wide, didn't catch it cleanly.
Oh, we also had a header earlier from the second half, Hide Higashikawa, which came off the crossbar as well. So perhaps BG Tampines will look at that and feel they were a little bit unlucky with their chances hitting the frame of the goal. Have a look at those numbers, Shasi. Pretty even all throughout.
Yeah, exactly. And in the end, it proved to be even the final scoreline as well. I don't think both teams did enough going forwards defensively. Really, really solid performance defensively from individual defenders as well.
So here's a look at the standings. 4 teams, all with a point each. Albirex leading the way ahead of Palliser Khalsa. BG Tampines Rovers in 3rd. Geylang International in 4th. More football coming away from the Singapore Premier League. Lion City Sailors begin their title defense against Hougang United. That match taking place here at our Tampines Hub as well. Tomorrow, kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for joining us on our coverage of this fixture. It's goodbye from our Tampines Hub as it finishes here in the Eastern Derby. BG Tampines Rovers 0, Geylang International 0.